Hi guys, I haven't made a video in so long that I thought I would bless you guys with a little satin today. What do I want to talk about? A, we are listening to The Killers today. B, once again I'm stuffed up. I'm not going to apologise for it. It's that kind of season in London at the moment. I have hay fever. The end. Couple of things I want to talk about. I done a post a couple of weeks ago, the Run the World post, which now is hashtag Run the World Tour on Twitter, and so many people are asking me questions about it, or they're really excited about it, and that's great. But I want to make a couple of things clear. I am not running from London across the world. I wish that was even part of my reality. I know it doesn't seem like it, but I have a little bit of a life. So what's going to happen is I am running races on every continent on this earth. I hope that's clear. And I plan to do that in the space of a year. There is also some other stuff that's going to happen. Forgive me. There's also some other stuff that's going to happen with the Run the World Tour, and I don't want to give anything away yet because A, nothing's set in stone, but B, I don't want to give anything away, but it's really exciting, so stay tuned for that. So I hope that's clear now. How am I feeling? I'm feeling today like warm doo-doo. I feel terrible, not just because of hay fever and that fibro kicked me in my face today, but in general, today I just feel a bit crap, and I spoke to a couple of my girlfriends and they've had really shit days, and it's not a good day in the candy house. I was meant to do 4 miles today, and my pain this morning, it just wasn't going to happen, so no. I will do that tomorrow. I don't feel too bad because I've clocked 22 miles already this week. But I'll finish off, I'll do 4 miles tomorrow and then run with the girls on Sunday. I want to talk about today being a mentor. This is something that, it's not new to me. In school I was a mentor, I think, before I turned into a badass. But I was a mentor in school. And now I'm a mentor to 2 of the Random Crew youngers. Bridget and Daniela. It's a very strange feeling. Even though they're part of the Random Crew youngers, I'm sure I have no more than 6-7 years on them tops, and that's really pushing it. So it feels really, even though they're not part of my generation, they are into the same things I'm into, so I'm not in a position to talk down to them, and I never would even dream of that, because that's not what being a mentor entails. On my side of things, being a mentor is it's a flipping important job, because you want to make sure that you set this person up, be them old or young, to do the best job at whatever they're about to do. I don't want to be held responsible for any fuck-ups, and they shouldn't be, because with these girls and with myself, I love this song, sorry, and with myself, I'm going to take the time out to make sure that we've got this in the bag. I'm running the Nike Run to the Beat half marathon on September 25th with Team Bangs on the run too, and the girls are going to be they're running with Random Crew youngers. So we're training for the same thing, so while I'm trying to teach them stuff, I'm also trying to learn stuff myself. And it's going to be a really kind of cool codependency, because even though I may have 6 months more running training in me, these are girls who, watching them, were born to be stars. They're born to do this. I mean, everyone's born to run, but not everyone's born to take on the kind of mileage that half marathons and marathons ask of you. It's a it's a mental game. It has nothing to do with what your body looks like. Sure, training really helps, but your body, unfortunately, only takes you so far. the training of the mind is such a hard task, because there are no rules on how to train your mind, because it's yours and only you know how it works. So there are specific tasks and rules that you need to align to make this shit work for you. Now with these girls, I have to learn what works for them and then try and find ways to make this interesting for them. Let me not lie to you. Running can be shit. Running is hard. Running is tiresome. Running is a thankless hobby for which sometimes I cannot be asked to deal with. But let me tell you, when you do something like a couple of days ago, I done my first 8 miler, you feel like a boss. I'm not, you just feel great, and it's personal. You're not being paid for it, so you only have yourself to depend on, and then you only have yourself to thank, and that is amazing. So being a mentor to these girls is really important for me, because little do they know, well they'll know now after watching this, is that they're gonna mentor me. I'm gonna learn shit about myself, and at any point where I'm able to peel another layer of candy off and see what's underneath, I'm really down for that, and that is just amaze. What else did I want to talk about? Tomorrow is the 1st of July. I'm on holiday in about 15 days. I'm going to be totally reckless for a week. I'm going to do things that I don't even want to talk about. But until then, I want to talk about how I'm feeling about the journey thus far. So Candice, now we're being serious. It's been, it's going to be the 7th month. How are you feeling? Apart from today, generally I'm feeling like, wow, there are so many amazing opportunities that have come from me making the decision to take running slightly seriously, that I'm like, that's dope. And had I wished I'd started earlier? No, because that's not what life is, you know. If everyone had hindsight, we wouldn't do the shit we do, and my mistakes and choices at the time make me who I am. But it's happening at the right time in my life, where I am free of little people. I am completely right in my mind for once, and I'm able to undertake the mental pressure and strain that running at a somewhat serious level will need, or require rather. It takes a lot of strength to do this. I'm feeling slightly, every time someone says, oh my god, run the world, that is such a dope idea, I get a bit scared. I'm like, fuck, did I overreach that? No, I didn't, because the reality is, the races I run, I probably would have run back home anyway. I'm just combining my two loves now, running and travel. I have, sorry to sound so spiritual, but I have no need for these worldly things. I just need a passport and a set of trainers and maybe a couple of litres of water, and I am out the door, and that's okay with me, because that's the way I've chosen to undertake this portion of my life. In terms of where running is taking me mentally, and where I want to discuss where your choices may be taking you, it's important at this time of the year, I think, especially if you've made promises to yourself, and not just in the jurisdiction of like a New Year's resolution, but as in committing yourself to something. We're at a time in the year where you could really falter if you're not careful, and you need to make sure your support system's correct. You need to make sure you're doing this for you, and you need to now be more focused than at any point in the year, because we're at a time where it could be running, you could be writing a novel, I don't know what you do, or what you're working towards, but we're at a time where we're comfortable now. We're over the baby steps, we're over getting excited about doing our first mile or finishing our first chapter. We're now in a place where if we don't keep the pressure on, we will go right back to square one really quickly, and we don't want that. I don't want for myself. So right now, I'm sorry guys, I just used that nasal spray thing, and now I want to just pop my nose off. That's how itchy it is. Now we have to just like be constant. If there's, I express on the blog all the time that that's one of the most important words for me in the English language. Constant. To just do something over and over again until you feel like you're going crazy. It's very, very, very important. So yeah, just be constant, remain steadfast. Remember what I told you in the beginning of the year about facing front. Just assume the tunnel vision position. I don't see no motherfuckers to my left, no motherfuckers to my right. I can just see in front of me. And again, sorry to sound all spiritual on your ass, but you need to be working towards the person you want to be. We are very, very in control of what we become. We're very, very in control of where we go. And that is subject to whatever you believe, whether you're an atheist, whether you believe in God, whether whatever. You're not just here, you're not, yes, soak information up like a sponge, but you don't just get tossed away like said sponge. You live through these amazing moments and through these lessons, and then it's up to you the way you're going to take these lessons on and what you're going to do with them. So I really, really want to stress that, you know, keep going. I don't know what December's going to bring. I don't know. I always said that this blog space would only run for a year. At the rate the interest is growing, that's probably a lie, but we'll see. If I don't want to take this beyond December, don't shoot me. But you know, everything's got the right time and everything's in its right place at the moment. I think that's all I want to say. I'm sorry that I've come back after being on hiatus for like a month and I don't have any ta-das for you. The ta-da is that my head is down and I'm just trying to get this shit done, and the fact that I wake up every morning, please believe I thank all the gods for that, because sometimes I think I'm going to shoot myself in the head. That's how tired I am. Especially when you're doing something like running. This shit is not by force. I take this pain on because I'm crazy, but I take this pain on because I want to do this. So when someone's not forcing you to do this, it's really hard to get up every morning and be like, I'm going to do that for myself. But alas, I am, we are, and I think it's really important that we just don't get too comfortable. Comfort is a killer. You wanna, I was at Run Them a couple of weeks ago, and I don't know this guy's name, but it sticks with me all the time, and he simply said something along the lines of, you want to make yourself uncomfortable. And at the time I was having a really shit run, and I was like, I'm just going to punch your teeth out if you just chat that shit to me. But now I understand. You want to make yourself uncomfortable. You want to step out of your comfort zone. If you stay in your comfort zone, you will never be better than what your comfort zone already is. Now, to push those barriers along and to understand that you can be better than what you already are, you're going to have to feel some pain with that. You're going to have to be breathless. You're going to have to speak to people you wouldn't normally speak to and do things you wouldn't normally do. I mean, what's that thing about being mad? Doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same results. We're going to have to switch up the flow. So that is my little nugget of knowledge for you. I definitely will make another video before I go on holiday. I may even make a video while on holiday. Look out for crazy routes information coming up on the blog in the next couple days. I'm going to let you know what's popping off while I'm in New York, race-wise. And yeah, thank you guys for being so bloody supportive, because literally, I've always said this, but I didn't know anyone would really care about this little space and hub. But thanks for being a part of it, and I'm knackered, if I'm honest, so I'm going to leave it there, and I'll speak to you very, very soon.